Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's great to have you guys. And for today's video, what we're going to be doing is talking about something that I find of great importance, and it is called MBD. If you don't know what MBD is, then it stands for metabolic bone disease. Basically, it is one of the most common diseases that happens to bearded dragons, and it's really sad, but it is a disease of the bones, as stated in the title, and it basically makes your bearded dragon's bones weak. I'm going to go over what it's caused by, and then I'm going to go over some signs for it and give you a little bit of detail on how to counteract this if it is happening. It's a diet that is low in phosphorus and low in calcium or D3. These are all, calcium and D3 are things that you should be feeding your dragon, or like with not every meal, but every other meal around about. D3 should be like every other meal, but you should be sprinkling your calcium throughout, the weeks. But basically, in layman's terms, what this means is that it's caused by a direct nutritional deficiency, lack of UVB, or a lack of natural lighting. So if you have improper UVB, have never had your dragon have UVB, this is something that is very common for them. If you have a diet that's low in calcium or they don't have enough calcium, this will happen, because basically what is happening is if your dragon doesn't have enough calcium in their system, then the body will look for it by going into their bones and sucking it straight for them, making them super weak and leaving their bones super weak and fragile. So some signs on how to tell if your dragon is going through this. Here are some common signs that are like a little bit hard to tell at first. One is swelling of the lower jaw, and another one is softening of the jaw and facial bones as well. Since the bones will be weak, any soft bones or like weak bones that you see, that's a good sign that they might have this. However, as the condition progresses, some common signs that you may see are twitching, like little leg twitches or tail twitches, loss of appetite, loss of energy in general. Another one is weakness in certain areas on the body. If they're super weak in one area, if you touch it and you notice that there's discomfort, or if they're having a hard time walking on like a swollen leg or something like that, that might be a sign that they need to go to the vet. Stunted growth and easy fractures are also another one, as I said before. Stunted growth is normally what you would see in bearded dragons under 2 years old. If you have a bearded dragon that is extra small, the runt of the litter, sometimes they may actually have MBD. So you might want to check that out and get them to the vet. One of the two easiest ways that I think to be able to tell if a bearded dragon has MBD is by looking at their physical appearance. If they have any lumps, or if they have like a kinked up tail or kinked up back, usually. Oh girl, you are so active. For things that can counteract this, the only things that you can really do is care for them properly. Make sure you have proper UVB. Make sure you're changing it every 6 months, 6 to 9 months. It should be every 6 months, but some people do it every 9. Don't be that person that does it every once a year. Don't be that person. You need to make sure that their diets are high in calcium. Of course, don't feed them every meal with the calcium. Don't dust your bugs every meal, because there is such thing as too much calcium. So like every other meal, if you're feeding them bugs every day, if you're like me and you don't feed them bugs every day, feed it with them every other day, like when you do feed them bugs. Don't put it on the greens that time. With the D3, make sure that's like once or twice, depending on how many times you feed them. Like 1/3 of the time you feed them with the D3 to make sure you have that. But if you find out that your bearded dragon does have metabolic bone disease, it is a good idea to go to the vet. If Nyx was awake and not ruminating, I would show you her, because she had the beginning signs of it when I first got her. And what I did is I went to the vet and they gave me this calcium liquid that helps her get back to where she was, but I still have to be super careful with what I feed her. I have to make sure everything is high in calcium.